indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. John Anglais, Alderman Anglais, present. Alderman McPherson,
Present.
Alderman Simons,
Present.
Alderman Durante.
Present.
Via
Yep.
Alderman Simonetti,
Present.
Alderman Porter McKinnon. Not present. Alderman Perry.
Present.
Forgot me, John.
My apologies, Alderman Balmacy.
Present.
Yeah, I did.
Went right
I got a
over.
list here. It's
Right.
big black.
So does the president.
Wow. All right, the first item on the agenda is the minutes for approval.
Public portion, John. Or is it to proclaim the honor of Irish American history?
All right. I jumped the gun. We'll go back. Proclamations next, honoring Irish American History Month. Alderman McPherson, do you want to read it?
I'll read this on behalf of the mayor. Proclamation honoring Irish American History Month. Whereas the month of March is Irish American History Month, a time when we celebrate the many achievements of Irish Americans, acknowledge the incredible contributions they have made to the fabric, culture, strength, and prosperity of our nation. And whereas from the earliest days of our nation, Irish Americans have been proud, determined, tough, and hardworking. They have embodied the tenacious spirit that drives us forward as a nation. And whereas we celebrate our country's strong relationship with Ireland and its people, as Irish Americans have played a vital role in our nation's history and have made remarkable contributions to all aspects of our nation's development and growth. Irish Americans have spilled their blood to preserve our freedom and way of life, including the more than 150,000 who have fought to save our union in our nation's darkest years during the Civil War. They have helped preserve our nation's most sacred values of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Irish Americans have risen to the occasion with dignity, distinction, and honor to help move our nation forward. And whereas this month we salute their efforts that have helped shape the values and all that makes our nation great. We honor the countless ways Irish Americans have enriched our nation as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day on March the 17th. We pay tribute to the formidable Irish spirit and resilience of Irish Americans and their contributions to our nation, community, and way of life. Now, therefore, I, Mark A. Loretti, Mayor of the City of Shelton, do hereby proclaim the month of March as Irish American History Month. This is issued under my hand and official seal of the City of Shelton. Signed by Mayor Mark A. Loretti.
Well stated, and thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is the public portion. Anyone wishing to address the board? Raise your hand, come to the podium, state your name and address. You have 5 minutes. Please do keep your remarks directed to issues, city issues,
Okay,
and thank you very much.
Jerry Bloom, as usual. Fairfield Avenue is my home. Pertaining to the War on Terrorism Monument that is now down in the park. The dates that I've carved on it are 2001 to 2021. Who won that war, by the way? It's ongoing. It'll be going on indefinitely as long as Islam is in the world. They are in a perpetual state of jihad. Okay,
If we respond to you, it will not take away from your time. But that question has come up with the Veterans Memorial Committee. And Kelly, are you able to respond to that just so everybody knows the answer? It's important.
believe it was explained to us that the date of 2021 was when the United States declared that that specific war the war on terror has ended.
Thank you.
Could you please tell me who won that war?
It was a truce.
Well, it appears, Mr. Bloom, it appears that the final act of that war was the withdrawal from Afghanistan
Oh,
by the United States, where we left, and it bears repeating, where we left hundreds of thousands of dollars and hundreds of thousands of
Millions.
people who worked with us in fighting that war, Afghanistan people, and we left them behind.
yes, we did the same thing in Vietnam, I recall.
Yep.
The FYI, as far as I recall, the war on terrorism began at the Munich massacre in 1972. You all may remember that. Anyway, I want to commend Public Works for finally repairing the damaged fence outside the library. And the lamps have been, I suppose, made functional again. I don't know what they're doing down at the community center, the library down in Huntington. It's all gutted. Over the past year, I don't recall anyone talking about refurbishing that library. It seemed to work fine for me. Also, last month, you all mentioned intent to purchase a earth moving device. And I did mention that there is a tractor backhoe on the playground behind the community center. It's still there. I don't know why you need to purchase a new one. And finally, well, almost there. Last July, Alderman McPherson sent me a letter telling me that the mayor is aware of the road down to Riverview Park playground and that it was going to be repaired. Well, that was 8 months ago.
Time out. As you know, we've had a lot of rain over the summer, a lot of it last year. We got behind schedule. I have been told it is going to be done. All right, just so you know, you have to know, again, we lost a lot of time last year because of the horrible summer we've had.
Work time.
We lost a lot of time where we were able to do the roads.
And then during the winter, the asphalt plant is closed, so you can't.
Well, hopefully it'll get done this year.
Yeah, well,
I have asked for it to have priority.
Okay.
And I'm going to continue to work on it, and so is my colleague.
Good, thank you.
and
So
just to belabor the point one more minute. It isn't a question of us not wanting to do it, but it's a question of being able to schedule it, and get it done, and weather permitting. And that seems to be the major reasons for the holdup. But we want it done.
Well, all right. Well, Riverview Park, as you may know, used to be named Indian Park, according to the painting down at the post office. It is also an ancient Indian burial ground. But it's all playground now, and it would be nice if, a little plaque to commemorate the. Anyway. Oh. I do admire the purchase. Hope it was worth it. And that's all I have for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Do anyone else that wishes to address the board? There being no one, we'll close the public portion and move on to the agenda. The first item is minutes for approval. Alderman McPherson.
move to waive the reading and approve the following meeting minutes. Board of Aldermen regular meeting, February 8th, 2024.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Who seconded?
Me.
Alderman Simonetti?
Please.
Okay. Discussion. Is there anyone has discussion? Okay, no discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Item 5.1, no items. 5.2, no items. 5.3, no items. The mayor, no report. The board president, no report. Legislative items, 6.1, items for public hearing. There are no items. Item 7, financial business hold, there are no items. 8.1, the March statutory refunds. Alderman McPherson,
Move that the report of the tax collector relative to the refund of taxes for a total amount of $16,461.27 be approved, and that the finance director be directed to make payments in accordance with the certified list received from the tax collector, with funds to come from the statutory refunds account.
second.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. There being no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered unanimously. 8.2. Release of drainage easement at 65 Far Horizon Drive.
Move to approve the release of the drainage easement along southwesterly boundary line at 65 Far Horizon Drive as shown on attached parcel map 170-28, subject to a favorable 8-24 referral from planning and zoning. Further authorize Mayor Mark Aileretti to sign any and all documents necessary to effectuate the release.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. All right, go ahead.
I would like to report that just did receive a favorable referral from the planning and zoning commission last evening.
Thank you.
So it's favorable, 824. Any other discussion? Not all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered unanimously. 8.3, waiver of bid and funding for 2 used engines.
Move per the finance director to waive the bidding process for the purchase of 2 used engines for the Highways and Bridges Department in an amount of $25,962, with funding to come from the American Rescue Plan Act.
Second.
The motion made and seconded. Discussion.
The letter from the finance director is attached.
All right. And he said,
I just had one question.
sure.
I'm assuming the engines are different and that's why, the costs are different. One for 9,200, the other 16,000. So are those engines? I'm not familiar with the different engines, so I'm assuming that's the,
Two different vehicles.
no, I know they're
Yeah,
different
right.
vehicles, but different type, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yep.
Yeah, we've reached out to several more businesses for quotes. It seems it's and we're trying to get quotes on new engines and used engines. Primarily because the vehicles are used and we have the mechanics in place. If we get a used engine that's in decent shape, our mechanics can keep it running.
Yeah,
But if we have to buy new, our mechanics can put it in. So we're trying to, before pulling the trigger on this, we're trying to get ready, waive the bidding. So that we've already got several quotes, that, I mean, I don't have the quotes. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the purchasing department has quotes, and then there's more that they're out there trying to get. So they want to be able to move on it as soon as they can. So when those quotes come in, test the situation and get those vehicles back on the road. Any other discussion?
Yeah, no, when I had reviewed this, I was just questioning it, because I see the engine type, but the other one, I guess it's a different type vehicle, definitely.
Yes.
They didn't give as much detail with the other one, that's.
This is a summary, but the specs are a little more in detail.
Yeah.
In fact,
One vehicle's older than the other
Yeah.
by 7 years. So there would be some changes on it.
any other discussion? No further discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered unanimously. Item 8.4, rescission of item 8.2 from October 11th, 2023 Board of Aldermen meeting and reappropriation for student transportation maintenance. Susan?
Move to rescind item 8.2 funding for student transportation passed at the October 11th, 2023 meeting. Further move to appropriate an amount of $325,000 for student transportation maintenance with funding to come from the American Rescue Plan Act.
Second,
So now, discussion. When you rescind the item from 8.2 from the October 11th, 2023 meeting, that's going to bring 45,000 back into the contingency general account.
and
And
then we're spending 325,
Yeah.
280,000.
we're further moved to appropriate, and 325,000 will be spent from American Rescue Plan. So, but the point being that while you're going to spend it out of American Rescue Plan funds, we're going to put back 45,000 into the budget for contingency account.
Yep,
I just want you to be aware of that,
understood.
right? Any other discussion? None? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Declared approved unanimously. 8.5, funding for Nike site complex repairs and replacements.
Move to appropriate an amount of $20,000 for repairs and replacements at the Nike site complex with funding to come from the American Rescue Plan Act.
Second.
Second, discussion?
I just wonder if we could get a balance of how much is left in the American Rescue Plan. I know we've been getting that periodically and it's been, thanks, Kelly.
Yeah. I spoke with the assistant finance director, and there's roughly some $2 million in there. And it has to be spent before the end of 2000, maybe, don't hold me to this, but by some point in time, I think maybe even be November of 2024. I'm not exactly perfect on that, but my understanding is that the mayor has earmarked a project for that, and he hasn't shared it with us yet, but he has some ideas in mind what to do with it. In the meantime, it's $20,000. What are the repairs?
They don't say,
You don't say.
not say.
No, on the back, so
I think we should ask for them to give us a list of repairs.
environment, that's all it
Yeah.
says.
It's for the safe playing environment for children. I'm sure that while the mayor intended to be here, if he was here, he could explain it, what they are, because they've explained it to him. But it has to do with a safe playing environment for the children. So it's a little league. It says we've taken care of some of these tasks already, but need some assignment assistance to complete them. They're gonna put it toward capital improvement project, which is currently taking place. Right? Nobody knows what that is.
Call them up and find out.
We're gonna call.
Darren,
Gary?
Darren, the guy.
President.
Oh. Call him.
Gonna do it.
I should have submitted a list.
Mhm. Breakdown.
Yeah, that's what he should have done with his letter.
For some reason, it's not so-
Darren Anthony Simonetti from the Board of Aldermen, how are you? We're at a meeting and we've got your request for $20,000 in front of us. Unfortunately, they never gave us a list of what was done for the 20,000. Would you mind if I put you on speakerphone so you could tell everybody what you did?
What you doing?
Stand by one. Fat fingered it.
Hello again.
Yeah, hello. Okay, Darren, go right ahead. Tell us what you did.
Hi, guys. Well, we did we replaced fencing at Nike site. The 20,000 we requested from the city was used to replace Nike 2, the left field line and the right field line, as well as the outfield fence on Nike 2. That pretty much completes the complex except for the bullpens, which are still left. We had done other work previously ourselves, but some money we got from fundraising, but needed that cash to finish up on Nike 2. So it was basically those three things on the second field that were done.
So you put in fencing, the metal fencing is what you're telling me.
Yeah, it was the chain link galvanized fence on field 2, yes.
With the plastic cap for protection?
Yeah, well, it's 5 feet tall, not 4. It doesn't need the plastic cap.
Oh,
5
okay.
feet. Yeah, it's a 5-foot fence all the way around because the original project we did the fencing up to each dugout, but we couldn't afford to do any more. We wanted to get it finished before the season because we're having a state tournament this year.
Okay.
So that's what that was used for.
What, could you tell us about approximately how many feet you did?
Well, the outfield fence was, I don't have it in front of me because I'm driving.
Right.
I know the fence, but I can't recall. I know it's 90. It was each side, I think, was 220 on each side, and the outfield fence was, I think, 4 something. I don't recall the exact figure though. To tell you
So over
over
800 feet of fencing.
It had to be, yeah, it had to be probably more than that. I don't have the exact figure in front of me. I'd be lying if I told you.
Oh, that's okay. No, it was just an outside number.
This one out to bid.
Did it go out to bid or not?
Yes, the original quote went out the bid. Yes, we had pricing from Fence Builders USA and one more company in Orange. The second one, the original project went out the bid. This one here, we just gave to Fence Builder USA because he gave us the best price the first time. And he's from Shelton. He played at Shelton American. He's a local guy, so we just kept it that way.
Any other
I can
questions?
also want to see the exact measurements on it, later on tonight or tomorrow.
You want those, Sean?
I'm sure to get it paid, he had to send it to finance.
Yeah.
We don't need them to
Okay.
get it paid.
All right. Do you think those went to finance already? Those invoices? Did the invoices go to the finance department in the city of Shelton?
No, put them on the company. I put them on our elite credit card.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, then, just check with finance and make sure we're trying to approve the money now. We're discussing it at this time. Any other questions for Darren?
Anthony, who was that order? Who did the work?
Who did the work again? Please say it.
Sure, Fence Builders USA.
Thank you.
Fence Builder USA, correct?
Did they do anything with drainage when they were doing that?
Did they do any drainage work? Somebody asked?
Not them. We did some other drainage work. Our landscaper did drainage work on field 1, and we actually have more on field 2 coming up.
So field
Yeah,
1
we
is in
did
good
that.
shape. Field 2 needs a little more work.
Yeah, and we're also, we got to get some outfield drains in eventually too, because the water table is just so high up there.
They had a lot of rain this year. That didn't help you, obviously.
So,
I would assume he's talked to the mayor about this.
You talked to the mayor about this already?
drainage?
No, about the fencing.
Yeah, he's the one who said he was in for $20,000.
All right.
And that's why he asked me myself and Dave Coudet met him. It might have been over a month ago, I don't recall. Then he asked me to send him a request, requesting $20,000 from the city for the purpose of the fencing. So I sent that to his secretary Juliana, who was supposed to forward it to him.
Yeah, we have your letter in front of us. Just didn't have any details that we were looking for. Did anybody else have any other questions for Darren? John? Thank you, Darren. Appreciate you taking the call. Have a great day. Yep, bye-bye.
There being no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Declared passed unanimously. A motion to go into executive session on item 10.1 tax appeal 100 Parrot Drive LLC would be in order.
Move to go into executive session with, regarding 10.1 and 10.2.
10.1, 10.2.
And to invite corporation counsel and administrative assistant Kelly Pisano.
Second.
Okay, motion made in second. Discussion? No discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going into executive